Hi guys, so this is going to be the highlight and strobing video that I promised everybody. I already have my foundation on, so we're just going to go right to that. So I'm going to show you what I use. So my face is already contoured a little bit with the BB Flawless foundation, which is a liquid, which I showed in my previous video. I do not use blush anymore. I use the Beachfront bronzer from Younique. It's my new favorite thing. It just came out a few months ago. There are 3 different colors. Sunset is the lightest, Malibu is the middle color, and then Hermosa is the darkest. I use the Malibu. It's a medium. I have pretty olive medium skin. Anything darker than that would be a little too dark. So you could dust your face with it, but I'm going to show you how I actually contour my face. And then I'm going to show you the strobing, which is, it's like an incredible find and mistake that I made that I didn't know wasn't a mistake. I didn't know it had a name. I didn't know it was called Makeup Strobing. And it's something I do every time I do my makeup and I go out. And I've always loved the Jennifer Lopez dewy, you know, her face always looks highlighted. It always looks glowing. And I've always tried to play with my makeup to get myself to look that way, and it's not exactly happened. So this has been just an amazing thing for me. I use actually an eye pigment to highlight my face, and I use the Younique Angelic pigment. This is a sample pot, so our jars are actually bigger. And Angelic, it almost has a yellow finish to it with a very high sheen and shimmer. So you literally use a dot, and I'm going to show you where I put it on the face and how it just lights everything up. And it makes it look incredible. So for this part, I use the Younique blush brusher. It's cut in half. It's got the curve. I use that with the bronzer to contour the face. And then to blend in, I use the Younique powder puff brush, which we use for foundation. I like to use it to blend the bronzer in. And then for the dewiness, for the strobing that I use the Angelic with, I usually go back to my blusher brush, only because it's cut down in half and it's easy to tap into certain areas. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to take my Beachfront bronzer in Malibu. It's the medium color. And do not use a lot. Even if you use your own bronzer, less is better. You can always add more, because if you add too much, it'll almost look like you have leathery skin, and you don't want to look ridiculous. So just a little bit. I still blow a little off just in case. You can always add more. Again, just like I contoured in my previous video, I go up the cheekbone, up the side, and across, and the rest here. So exactly the same way I contoured my foundation. And I use it half down. So the side that's broken down, the shortest, and you go up. And up the cheekbone. And you can start to see the shadowing that happens down the side. Looks crazy, completely works. Up the side and just drag it. That little bit goes a long way. So see the shadow already up my cheek compared to the other side, and see how much thinner one side looks just off a cheek and the side of my face. And do a little bit more for the other side. Start not too close to the lip line. I like to start here. Some people start higher. Go up, drag it up gently. Again, not too much. You can always add more. And then up the side of your face. Under the cheekbone. Don't go on top. Go underneath. And then across the forehead. I'm going to put a little more. And I like to tap it across. If you put too much, you can always wipe it off with the powder puff brush, which is also like a foundation brush that you can blend. You can always get a little bit of it off if you think you put too much on, so don't freak out. So both sides of my cheeks are done, and our honestly, our bronzer, it has 2 different colors in it. I don't know if you could see. There's a darker side and there's a shimmer side. So it really does pick up the color, and when you're outside even more. So already, and I haven't blended it, my cheeks went in and my face already looks thinner, which is, it's just so like amazing. And it gives you that beach glow without ever laying on the beach, without ruining your skin. And I like the sun-kissed look. It's not super dark. A little bit more, about that much. And I'm going to tap under the jawline. Also, when you're done, I use the blending brush to drag it down on the neck. Don't ignore your neck, ladies, because you'll be two different colors and you'll look ridiculous. And I've also started blending it into here, because when you do your whole face and you ignore your neck and your ears and you go outside because you think you look good, your ears are white, your neck is white, and you look silly. I mean, you could tell it's not your color. So you want to blend everything in really well. So, okay. I think we're good with that. And the jawline. Okay. So now I'm going to blend with my Younique powder puff. And it's wonderful. If you don't have one, get one. You can go in circular motion. I change. I don't really have like a technique with that. Sometimes I do the circular, sometimes I don't. On your forehead, rounding motion, because you kind of want to drag it down. You don't want to have white here, dark here. It's got to blend. Up the sides. And down the neck. If it still looks too dark, just keep going down your face and it'll smooth out. Yeah, I got the brush bristles on my face. All right, so we already have the glow going. Whatever's left, I tend to drag by the mouth because I want it to look even. A piece of the brush on my face on the sides. Sorry guys, I have brush problems today. Okay, and I'm blended. 2 seconds. So you can see it's down the neck. Nothing looks discolored. Cheeks went in. Face looks thinner. Again, great illusion. So it's amazing. Now I'm going to show you how to highlight with the Angelic. So this is the strobing part. And this is the Younique Pigment Angelic. Again, it has a super yellow sheen, you know, very light. If you're going to use a Younique or my pigment from my company, you're going to use very little. There are other ones that have high, you know, very light and shimmery that you can use if you have it. Do not, I mean, it depends. Some of them you need more. The Younique Angelic, you do not need a lot at all because you'll over highlight and you'll just look ridiculous. So you only need a little. So this is how I start out. In the cap, I mean, that's about as much as I use for under my eyes. And then I'll go back and add. I go back to my blush brush because I like the cut of it. I've tried doing it with a regular eye brush and it just doesn't go on the same. I think it's because the bristles are lighter. So I tap it out. That's how much I put. And that's it. Any more than that under each side and you're going to look like you painted your face. So I go underneath here and I drag it up the side because you want it to shoot up the side to give your face that glow. And just tap it on and drag it up. And see, you can already see it here. You can add more if you need to. See how it's already lit up? I'm going to blend it. I'm going to do the other side. Straight up the side. See how it's lit up? This is amazing because it's an eye pigment. I decided to do this one day. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? I have to take it off, and it worked. So it's pretty awesome. In the middle of your forehead is another highlight spot. You need some more. Do not put a lot. I made the mistake of doing that one day, and it was too much, and I had to start over. So about that much. And you tap where you would highlight with your makeup in the center and drag it around. See? And it lights completely right up. It's amazing. Then most people that contour the sides of their nose, down the middle, and I found it frustrating because I could never get the lines, you know, even, and then my nose looked crooked, and I looked ridiculous. So I'm gonna get some more of that. So then you are gonna drag the highlighted angelic down the center of your nose, and that's gonna create a thinner nose. It's gonna light it up like it's in my pictures. And it does not have to be a lot. Too much it's just not good to put too much. You can always add. And then on the tip. So see, nose is highlighted, forehead's highlighted, up here, lit up and highlighted. What I also like to do during the day, or if I'm going out for the evening, is I like to highlight against the jawline just a little bit, which I didn't do in that one picture that I posted, but this one I'm gonna do. Because then you just kind of drag it in and it just highlights the face. Anything left that you have, you can drag through. I also add the angelic right here in the bridge above your lip and right here to highlight. And that's pretty amazing what it does. Illusions. A little bit there, and that's about it. So right now I'm glowing, but I'm going to blend it so it's going to look better. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Younique powder puff. Again, if you have one of these things at home, use it. Doesn't matter what company it's from. I happen to love Youniques very much. Under the eyes, gentle, and just drag it up. And it'll start to blend in. And the idea is you don't want to walk around looking like you're glowing, but when the light hits you, or you take a picture, you want it to illuminate. The forehead, I drag it throughout because I want it to be even. Down the middle. And up. And whatever's left, I drag. You can also highlight your the arches. So see, it lights up when the light hits it and it gives me the airbrush look. And that's what everybody was saying. Your face looks airbrushed in the picture. You know, I don't airbrush. I wish I did. Wish I had that technology. And that's strobing. So you just go with the basic highlight areas, which are forehead, down the nose, here and here, chin and above the lip, under the eyes, and drag it up. And it's kind of hard to see in the video. I'm trying to see if you can see it, but it lights up when the light hits it. And from far away, you can't really see it right now. From far away, there you go. So when the light hits it, it just shimmers. And in that picture I posted on my wall, that's what makes it look airbrushed. And it looks like that in every picture. So that's makeup strobing. Super easy. Takes a whole 2 minutes. Only took longer because I'm explaining it. And your face just has a nice dewy glow. So that's my strobing and my contouring. So again, we'll go through it. I used the Younique Beachfront Bronzer. I use Malibu, which is the middle shade, as a blusher and to contour my face. I use Younique's Angelic, which is actually an eye pigment, but I use it to highlight and contour up the areas of my face. And that's strobing. I hope you enjoyed.